Big questions are now being raised about the safety of India's nuclear installations. CNN IBN learns that the high security risk Bhabha Atomic Research Center or BARC complex was intruded upon 25 times in the last 2 years.
Intelligence agencies warned BARC after these intrusions. 10 such breaches reported inside the BARC complex in 2010-15 in the year 2011. BARC intrusions reported even after the security was stepped up post the 26/11 attacks. SHOAIB Ahmed brings us these exclusive details.
The Bhabha Atomic Research Center, India's premier nuclear facility in Mumbai and also most vulnerable to a possible terror attack, was on top of the list of sensitive buildings surveyed and videotaped by this man, 26/11 attacks planner David Coleman Headley, for a possible terror strike. Intelligence agencies have now reported, despite stepped up security post the Mumbai terror attacks, at least 25 intrusions have been reported in 2 years. While intelligence agencies have noted 10 intrusions in 2010, another 15 were reported in 2011. The intrusions took place both from the coastline next to the complex and the various entry points. In August last year, a mystery boat triggered panic when it was noticed on the Mumbai coastline right behind BARC near the mangroves. Several instances of entry into the complex using fake documents have also been reported. In November 2011, a man with a spy camera was also apprehended inside the complex. While the nuclear plant has multi-layer security, most vulnerable is the housing complex meant for hundreds of scientists. Sources indicate there is a lack of unified command and control as security is handled by both Atomic Energy Commission and Central Industrial Security Force. Two major slums around the complex pose a serious security threat. So do the unguarded stormwater drains and unplugged entry points.
David Headley was specifically instructed by his Pakistani handlers to explore BARC as a terror target. Apart from capturing videos from a taxi, he had also hired a boat to examine potential landing spots near the nuclear facility, which is not very far from here. Though he was arrested in 2009, what's worrying intelligence agencies is that the sensitive data may have already reached his handlers across the border. In Mumbai, this is SHOAIB Ahmed.
SHOAIB Ahmed joins us live. SHOAIB, interesting, isn't it? At a time when security should have been on heightened alert following those attacks in Mumbai. What is being done now? Any efforts being made to plug these holes?
That's the big question. Will there be efforts by the security establishment? Because remember, BARC comes under the Atomic Energy Commission. Atomic Energy Commission reports directly to the Prime Minister's office. And considering the sensitivity and the seriousness of the issue aired by the intelligence agencies, it actually requires that the Prime Minister should intervene and order a review of the security. The bigger question also is the fact that, Karma, that apart from these 25 intrusions which have registered on the radar of the intelligence agencies, there is a concern that there could be far more intrusions which have already taken place, perhaps which did not register on the radar. One case could be that of David Headley itself. He recce'd BARC, and then it was only after he confessed in front of the US investigators that he had done a survey and videotaped BARC. That's when India came to know that BARC was also surveyed by Headley. So these are really big questions, creating a lot of concern among the intelligence agencies, and that's what they've alerted the BARC about.
And all this despite security being stepped up. What is being done now, and how serious were these intrusions?
Well, Palki, the point is that we would actually not go too much into the specifics of these intrusions, considering the seriousness of this whole issue. That's why we have restrained from mentioning more specifics regarding the intrusions. The other point is that It now remains to be seen how the BARC reacts to it. Whether the BARC itself initiates an exercise of reviewing security, or the intelligence agencies or the Home Ministry itself has to intervene, because BARC is one of the premier nuclear establishment, and also the most vulnerable out of this whole thing is the hundreds of scientists. They live within the complex itself in a residential area, and that's the most vulnerable. That's also a big question.